Good morning, everybody, and happy Sabbath. Thank you for tuning back this week. I hope you guys are ready for some singing. The first song we're going to sing today is Got a Reason for Living Again, all right? Here we go. Got a reason for living again, got a reason for laughing again, got a reason for loving again, got the love of God in my heart. Sunday, I was all alone. Monday, I had my sins to atone. Tuesday, I cried and cried. Wednesday, Lord, I thought I would die. Wednesday, I started to pray. Friday, I read my Bible today. Saturday, Lord, the heavens did part. I got the love of God in my heart. Got a reason for living again, got a reason for laughing again, got a reason for laughing again, got the love of God in my heart. Alrighty, the next song we're gonna sing is Deep and Wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. All right, the next song we're gonna do is Peace Like a River, and we're gonna do all three verses. I've got peace like a river, I got peace like a river, I got peace like river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I got peace like a river, I got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Alrighty, our last song for today is going to be Into My Heart. Okay? Alright, here we go. Into my heart, into my heart, come into my heart, Lord Jesus, come in today, come in to stay, come into my heart, Lord Jesus. Let's try that one more time. Into my heart, come into my heart, Lord Jesus, come in today, come in to stay, come into my heart, Lord Jesus. Alrighty, guys, we're going to talk today about rocks. Do you like rocks?
These rocks are cool.
These rocks are pretty cool. Noah's already got a sneak peek in here. So wisdom is more valuable than the prettiest, most expensive rocks. Now there's some pretty rocks out there. Take a look at these guys.
Yeah, they're different.
We got rocks of all different kinds and sizes.
Where these blocks are?
I'm not quite sure. Let's read and see if we can figure out what they are. The Bible says, "Where can wisdom be found? Man does not know its value. Neither gold nor crystal can equal it, nor can it be exchanged for jewelry of fine gold, for the price of wisdom is above rubies." And that's in Job 28:12 through 18. Have you ever noticed a pretty or unusual looking rock while you're outside walking or playing outside? I know you do. You grab lots of rocks. Perhaps you have collected the prettiest rocks you have found. As nice as your rock collection might be, though, it probably doesn't look anything like the rocks in these pictures. These ones are pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
They are especially beautiful, and some of them cost quite a lot of money. For example, let's look at the picture in the lower left corner, right here, that nice green one. You see that one?
Yeah.
Okay. That one is called an aqua green rock. It's called the green variety of beryl, also known as an emerald. The whole thing is only 2 inches high, which isn't very big. It's about that big. It's about 2 inches. And someone paid $9,000 for it. Woo! Let's look at another one. Let's see. So on the lower right corner right here, you see this red one? That one is a variety of corundum known as a ruby. It's a small piece too, yet someone paid over $12,000 for that. These are just 2 examples, but they show how much some people value certain rocks.
That number's too far.
Yes, too far. Why would someone spend that much money for a small rock? Maybe they think they'll be happy if they own something so valuable. But will owning a valuable rock make a person truly happy?
And we talk about this rock?
I would like to. Kind of looks like pineapple, doesn't it?
But it's not. It looks like bananas.
It does look like bananas.
It has brown on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's good.
No. Owning a valuable rock will not make you truly happy. Proverbs 3:13 says, "Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding." And is a rock the most valuable thing a person can have? Certainly not. The next 2 verses tell us that wisdom is more valuable than silver or gold or rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. And that's in Proverbs 3 verses 14 and 15. Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs, and he understood this very well. One time God told him to ask for whatever he wanted, and he would give it to him. Instead of asking for money or a long life, he asked for wisdom. God was pleased that he chose what was most important. If God offered to give you whatever you asked for, what would you choose?
Huh?
What would be most important?
I want maybe...
You would ask for one of those rocks?
What's this one?
I have no idea. Alrighty, let's talk about our lesson today.
I'm gonna hold this one.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about how everything we have belongs to God. And God is pleased when we give ourselves and our very best things to him. Our memory verse today is found in 1 Chronicles 29:14. All things come from you, and of your own we have given you. So we've been talking all this time about King David. We've been talking about the different things that he's gotten in trouble with. While David was getting very old, he knew that he would die soon. God had chosen David's son Solomon to be the next king after David. But Adonijah, another one of David's sons, wanted to be king. He made himself look very important. The Bible says Adonijah exalted himself, saying, "I will be king," and he prepared for himself chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him. Later, Adonijah invited many people to a special meal, and there he made himself king. Should we try to make ourselves more important? No, right?
Yeah.
The Bible says whoever exalts himself will be humbled. And that's what happened to Adonijah. Adonijah had not told his plans to his father King David, but when David found out, he told Nathan the prophet and Zadok the priest to make Solomon king right away. They quickly obeyed, and that very day Solomon became king. When Adonijah heard that David had made Solomon king, he and his followers ran away. They knew they had done wrong. David had wanted to build a temple where people could worship God, but God had said that his son Solomon would build it, and David obeyed God and did not build it. But David was able to help Solomon by collecting gold, silver, bronze, brightly colored cloth, and thread and jewels for the temple. At the meeting, David gave his best things to help build God's temple. Then he asked the people to follow his example. He said, "Who then is willing to consecrate himself this day to the Lord?" Did the people give their best things to God's too? Yes. The Bible says the people rejoiced for they had offered willingly. They were happy because they gave willingly to God. Let children put money in the basket. God is pleased when we willingly bring our offers to Sabbath school and church. David also gave Solomon the plans for the new temples that he would know how to build it. David reminded his son, "The Lord has chosen you to build a house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it." Solomon knew that he would need God's help to be a good king, so he went to a place called Gibeon to pray. That night, God talked to Solomon in a dream. God said, "Ask, what shall I give you?" Oh, what a special question. What would you have said?
I want a powerful rock looks like. I don't know which rock I like.
Yeah, you just like all the rocks, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Solomon answered. He said, "I am a little child. I do not know how to go out or come in. Therefore, give your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil." Solomon was very humble, wasn't he? Solomon was asking God to make him wise. He wanted to know what was right and what was wrong. God was pleased that Solomon wanted to be a good king, and he promised to give Solomon what he wanted. Also, God said he would make Solomon very rich and powerful and very wise. After Solomon became king, he started to build God's temple. Of course, many people helped him. Some cut big stones, some sawed big wood boards, and others worked on the gold, silver, and bronze. All the noisy work was done far away from the place where the temple was built. Finally, after 7 years, the temple was finished. It was the most beautiful building in the world. When it was time for the special dedication ceremony, people came from many faraway places. Thousands of Israelites came too. King Solomon and the priests put God's ark in the temple. Then Solomon stood on a big platform and blessed the people. Then he knelt down and prayed to God. What happened when Solomon finished praying? Well, the Bible says, "Fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple." All the people bowed down and worshiped God. How happy they were that God was with them. So remember, our memory verse today says, "All things come from you." Who's you?
Noah? What?
God, right?
God.
All things come from God. So all things come from you, and of your own we have given you. David and all the people gave their best things to God. Where did all those things come from? Well, God had given them to them and to David, and David was just giving them back to God. Everything belongs to God, and when we give our offerings in Sabbath school, we are giving back to God the money he has given us. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head on over and do a craft. All right, today's craft, we're going to make friendship bracelets. So what you're gonna need for this craft is you're gonna need some kind of string or yarn. You can have any colors that you want, and you'll need some scissors, so make sure that your parents are helping you.
But this is pointy, brother.
They are super pointy and super sharp. All right, what colors do you want for your bracelet, sir? You want those two?
And this one.
And that one, those are gonna be nice. Now, you can have as many colors as you want in your friendship bracelet, okay? So Noah's choosing 3. What we're going to do is we're gonna cut off just enough that it will go around your wrist. Can I see your wrist? You hold it out for me like that? All right, so let's see. Let's do about twice the length of your wrist, okay? So we're gonna do it this long. Okay, There's your first color. I'm going to use that to measure our next color. Ready?
You're gonna make a rainbow?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make your picks that you wanted. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. There's our next color. And then finally we're going to do our white. Just like this. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is you'll need a little bit of a tail for when we need to tie this onto your wrist, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make slip knots.
Where's slip knots?
Okay, this is how we make them. You're gonna make a loop by twisting like that. See our loop right there? So you're gonna make a loop like this, and then you're gonna pull the longer side through, not all the way through, we're gonna make another loop, okay? And be careful, we don't wanna go too far. We need to make sure that this stays right where we need it, okay? So when you pull it through, you're going to tighten the knot right here. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we have our end of the bracelet and we have our working end right here. So we're gonna put our fingers through the loops like this, and we're gonna take the working end through and we're gonna pull it through and we're gonna make that loop go away. So how you do that is you pull the right side of the loop until it's as nice and tight. Okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna go like this. All right, I think we have enough room. Let's do it one more time. Let's pull all the way through this time. Whew, that looks pretty nice. And you can make this as long or short as you want. So we're gonna try a short one for Noah today. Can I see your wrist? All right, let's see if it'll tie if we went too short. I think we went too short on this one. Still looks pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think next time we'll go a little bit longer. There we go. It looks nice. We're gonna go longer this time. Let's go maybe over our foot this time so we can go really long on our chain.
I'm gonna do the other arm test.
You're gonna do the other arm? Do you want the same colors this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make this one.
Do you want the dark blue?
And this one, the red.
And the red or purple? Do you still want this color?
No, I want to have 4 colors.
Just 4, okay.
And it's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, so we're still measuring out our yarn here. There we go. It's gonna be pretty. Okay, and then let's do our dark blue. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing where we're gonna make a slip knot as soon as we have this last one.
I'm gonna do this time.
Okay, well let me do the slip knot for you and then you're gonna do the chain, okay? So now we're making another chain. We're gonna pull it through like this. No, you wanna try? I'm gonna hold the strings for you. You put your fingers through like this. I want you to grab that and pull it through. Ready? Grab this one. This one. There you go, pull it through. And you pull this end. This tightens it. Like this. Pull this end. Grab it like this. It doesn't have to be super tight. Now grab it again. There you go. Now grab it like this and pull it through like this. See? That's how you do it. Now put your fingers through again. There you go. Pull it through. There you go. Now pull just like this. Down here. Okay. And let's do one more. Okay, pull this all the way tight. There we go. Alrighty, you ready to put it on your other wrist? That looks pretty nice. I like it being longer. Okay, You ready to show off your bracelets?
Okay.
And they are. There's our bracelets.
You need 2.
Oh, I think I'm good with 1.
Okay.
All right. Last week I said if you made some bears to send them in. And so we had some. So here's some bears from last week. Okay, you say, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you all next week. Bye.